Yeah, just being a better loser is what's gonna keep you in the game longer, bro. And I'm still working on that. Trust me. Like, I'm looking at price approaching my stop loss. What they do, you too? It's your boy Olu, and this is Olu Mighty's Futures. Welcome back if you already subscribed. Welcome if you're brand new. The time and date, well, the date is June 4th, 6:55 a.m. And looks like we are about to run into a setup here. And we are trading on 3 funded accounts, copy trading 3 funded accounts. So I'm not in a rush to find anything. So I'm looking for confirmation. I'm looking for confirmations. No aggressive entries. Alright, so one, I apologize about the audio. It's gonna sound a little weird for a little while because I hooked up my microphone a few days ago. But yeah, I was waiting for this trade to kind of play out for a little while, so I'm just gonna go ahead and skip straight to the good stuff where I ended up losing. And yeah. Alright, now at this point I'm looking at the market. I'm like, okay, we almost hit my stop loss, like my trades usually go nowadays for some reason. I'm like, we almost hit stop loss, but we're coming back down into profit. I'm like, okay, maybe our trade is looking like it's going in our intended direction. So I'm like, okay, I'm chilling. Boy, was I wrong. Alright, I'm back, guys. Just got this in my hands right now. I honestly, I don't know how to feel about this trade, bro. I honestly almost moved my stops just right above this red candle right here. Just because I'm like, if the price comes back up here, more than likely, it was a bad read. So I was just thinking about moving it down a little bit. That way I can save myself a little bit in case it does decide to go back up. But I'm just gonna have to come to terms with that $300 already being gone. I think that's about how much I risked. That's my risk. That's the risk I was using during the evaluations. That's the same risk I'm gonna use on the funded accounts. So I went in with my normal risk. So yeah, if we take this loss here, I'm getting better about getting to the point of just accepting losses. You know, it's a part of the game. So because even during the evaluations, I was like, okay, you know, I was allowing myself to take multiple setups in a session, you know, like in a day. I might take like 2, and it worked out. It worked out pretty well. I'll lose like 1, and then the next one will be like a really good, great trade. But with this, I think I'm just gonna take 1 a day, and that's why I don't touch. I might take NQ and ES off the watch list altogether, because every time I take a trade on those, I lose. Now I trade with, you know, I lose. I take losses on gold and oil, you know, every now and again, of course. But when I trade NQ, MNQ, or MES, it's like I lose more than I win. Is basically what I'm saying. So, but it just looked like a great setup. It was still bearish, so I'm like, okay, I'll get in. But it's looking like garbage. MNQ is just trash for me. I just don't really like it. Like, you'd think we'd be selling off here still. But like I said, these accounts are funded, so I gotta treat them with a lot more respect than evaluations and than the last time that I also treated my funded account. So if I take this L, that's it for the day. I can recover from a $300 loss. I'm recovering from a $5, $6, $7, $1,000 loss on day 1. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'd rather trade off of a $300 drawdown tomorrow than a $700 drawdown on the second day. And what are we doing here, man? I probably could have waited for it to tap into this zone on the 15-minute. But it was reacting off this 5-minute here, so I trade off the 5-minute. So I usually just kind of go based off the 5. Because the way I look at the market, for it to break all these highs just to come up here and continue down, I mean, it's possible. Anything's possible in the market, but that's just what I went for. Yeah, just being a better loser is what's going to keep you in the game longer, bro. And I'm still working on that. Trust me. Like, I'm looking at price approaching my stop loss, and again, I can already feel the anger coming. But I'm looking at the bigger picture. This is just one loss at my regular risk. It's my normal risk. But that's cool though, man. I'm not tripping.
Stop filled.
Okay, so that concludes day 1. And I could literally like punch a hole through like a metal wall right now. But I'm gonna rather trade with a $300 drawdown tomorrow versus a potential $600-700 drawdown tomorrow. Yeah, that shit trash, but that's why I'm like, man, MNQ and MES finna come off the list, bruh. Niggas talking about some gold hard, gold lit, bruh. I used to think the same about gold earlier on, but gold lit, oil lit, bruh. Oil lit, gold lit. MNQ, at least for me, that's what I'm saying for me. MNQ, MES, they act like they finna do something, but they just be doing their own thing. And then of course, if I mark something up and don't take it, then it hit. But I've been hitting on gold and oil last week. The whole last week, hitting. But okay, so this on the screen for you guys here. So this is day 1 of our funded account. It's a loss. Whoop-de-doo. It happens. But the good thing here is I followed my rules, and I'm not gonna let this little $200 turn into anything worse. I'm gonna come back tomorrow, and if we hit tomorrow, that loss is gonna be covered times 2, you know. And just depending on what price action looks like, I've been hitting 1 to 4s, 1 to 5s lately. I don't even need all of that. I'm going for my 1 to 2s, but depending on what price action looks like, I might go for 1 to 3. That's probably the max I might go on my funded. I don't need to go for more than that on a funded account. But yeah, this is I can recover from this pretty easily. But what we're not gonna do is act like we finna crash out over that. But yeah, so I mean that's the end of the video today. Of course, we're starting off our copy trading journey with the L, but it's okay. So if I trade Asia session tonight, you know, I'll record that again for sure. But if not, and I just trade New York session tomorrow morning, I'm gonna record that for sure. So I'll see y'all on the next one. Deuces.